Caitlin Clark might decrease possibility of Dawn Staley's ambition for Aliyah Boston. Analyst claims Caitlin Clark could only play 13 games last season due to continuous injury struggles. Clark suffered her first injury in April, which sidelined her for most of the next 2 months. She suffered from a series of injuries. They included left ankle sprain, left quad injury, left ankle bone bruise, and most recently, right groin strain. However, Clark's rookie season in the WNBA was a special one. She came into the league like a storm and swept the Rookie of the Year award. She also finished fourth in the season MVP rankings in 2024. Her rookie season was clear evidence that Clark is destined for greatness and to win the MVP award. Even without Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever showed their mettle and reached the semifinals. Two of the biggest contributors in the fairy tale run were ex-South Carolina star Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. Recently, Dawn Staley made claims for Aliyah Boston's MVP chances. However, analyst Robin Lundberg disagreed. Dawn Staley claimed Aliyah Boston is headed for an MVP award in her future. Robin praised Boston's game and her growth. However, he thought Aliyah Boston's MVP chances would be hindered by Caitlin Clark. As far as the MVP aspect of things, it's a little difficult when you also have Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark on your team. And could there be a scenario where they eventually cannibalize each other's MVP votes? Possibly. Kelsey and Caitlin thrived simultaneously, and Caitlin finished fourth in MVP voting as a rookie, Lundberg said. Kelsey had to shoulder so much of a load this last year, and that's what made her an MVP candidate. I think Caitlin has the advantage there because not only does she have the biggest name recognition, but also she's the one that sets others up. So she gets her own individual numbers and she winds up setting others up. And AB really thrives off of that dynamic, he explained. And then Kelsey can see less defensive attention. So I would push all my chips to the table that Caitlin Clark is the first of those players to win MVP. Do I think Aliyah Boston will win an MVP in her career? Probably unlikely given everything I just said, Robin said. He also praised Boston's ability to play the modern game and being a good teammate. He shared how he had doubts about Boston's qualities, but those faded away rather quickly. Dawn Staley backs Aliyah Boston's MVP chances. Staley jokingly addressed how Gamecocks hadn't seen Boston in a long time when asked about the bond with her former player. Staley talked about how Boston had a great season. She shared that Boston will be around for the young Gamecocks, and they would surely pick her brain about her game, transition from college to the WNBA.